Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be predicting Mario Kart 9. It's basically like a things I want video. And real quick guys, again, just thank you for the support. I think when I made my last video I had around like 60 subscribers. Now I think I have 81. So guys, I really appreciate that. Like seriously, I was thinking about doing a giveaway if I get more subs. So if you want that giveaway, like maybe I'll give away like a $10 eShop card if I get like 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys want that, be sure to comment down below if you want that. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So first, I think we should talk about the new characters. So I think the first new character should be Pauline, because after the success of Mario Odyssey, it's really a no-brainer due to her being the freaking mayor of her own city and having the song that was stuck in everyone's head for a while, Jump Up Superstar. Not to mention, she's been in other games before, such as Mario vs. Donkey Kong and even the OG Donkey Kong in arcades. Another character would be Professor Egad. He's been a strange character to say the least. He's most famous in Luigi's Mansion, and he was an inventor who created the poltergust for Luigi. Talks to him, and whenever he coaches a ghost via the Game Boy Horror, I think he would be kind of an interesting character. Funky Kong. We need to bring Funky Kong back. Highly used character due to him being the best character, one of the best characters used in the game. He was also in Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze is sort of like the easy mode. I do think they should tone him down just a little though, so there could be other options out there. Regardless though, Funky Kong definitely is a really cool character in the Donkey Kong series that needs to make a comeback. Birdo is another character I think should come back, very underrated character. First appeared in Mario Bros. 2 as a boss, and after that he basically just became a character to fill up rosters in sports games. I think he deserves more attention and would definitely be a neat character. Pianta would also be an interesting choice, because the Piantas are like cool tropical creatures. First appeared in Mario Sunshine as NPCs. I think they should get their time to shine in a Mario game as a character. They're so unique and their style is just so like Mario, I guess. I don't know. PD, definitely a fan favorite. Such a goofy and cool character. Definitely a must cop. Boom Boom. First appeared in Mario 3 as a boss. All I thought being a very easy boss. He has been in a lot of Mario games, and I think he should be in this one. Hammer Bro, because he's a cool Mario enemy, and I'm surprised hasn't been in the game yet. His design is really cool, and he's a very crazy character. I think they should make it happen. Kamek or Magikoopa is another enemy. I'm surprised that isn't in the game, especially since he's one of Bowser's like main minions. Like in Super Mario Bros. Wii, he makes him like giant using his magic. So I thought that was kind of cool. He was actually supposed to be in Mario Kart 64, but they scrapped him, which kind of sucks, but I think it would be pretty cool if he was in this game. I think they should add Diddy Kong. He's a return of another veteran. He's a great character that they have to bring back. He's in all of the Mario spin-offs, and he's a great character not to mention on this list. And Dixie Kong would also be another Kong they have to add in the series. Glydon was a side character in Mario Odyssey that you could turn into and glide around. He's a very cool and upbeat character. Nobody really talks about him, so I think it would be kind of interesting to put him into the game. And Captain Falcon. What the heck? Why hasn't this beautiful, thick man not in Mario Kart yet. I mean, his whole game is based on racing. In Mario Kart, they have made many references to him, such as a Mii costume, the Blue Falcon, even 2 freaking stages based off him. It's a no-brainer, honestly. If they could add Link, I think they should definitely add Captain Falcon. The penguin enemy. I mean, it's cute. That's really all I gotta say about it. Side characters from Super Mario Galaxy 2 should kind of be in it. Lubba, Coach, Guillermo, and the Chimp are all really cool. It would be also really neat to give a nod to Super Mario Galaxy with those references. And now let's talk about the people that they should remove. They should remove Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach. We need to make those costumes. Like, maybe, you know how, like, for the Inklings and stuff, you could, like, change their appearance and stuff? Well, why don't we make those costumes? And in general, just remove Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, Lakitu, and this monstrosity right here. Alright, so let's talk about some new items that should be in the game. I think definitely the Bowser Shell should be in the game. It's a crazy, awesome item. First released in Mario Kart Double Dash as a special item for Bowser and Bowser Jr., and sadly, it just stayed there. I think this huge shell should be rare to get, considering how big and how much damage it actually does. I think they should also add Cappy in a Mario Kart game. That would be really crazy. I think it would have the same concept as the boomerang, having 3 throws, but once thrown on somebody, Cappy shuffles their controls for a bit. It would not only be a new, fresh power-up, but it would also ruin friendships. Another one they should add is the Ice Flower. It would be just like the Fire Flower, but instead of opponents spinning out, they would just move slower for a bit. Short and sweet, and it could help you win a race. A golden shell is another idea I had that would work in Mario Kart. It's a red shell, but it moves quicker, and it also gives you coins upon use. Okay, so before we go to courses, let's talk about the blue shell. Is it just me, or who hates it in Mario Kart when you're in any place but first and you get hit by the blue shell? I think they should go back to the old roots when the blue shell used to fly and hit first instead of hitting everybody else, because the blue shell is supposed to help everybody by hitting the person in first. It's not supposed to, you know, like, ruin somebody who's in, like, I don't know, 6th. Comment below your opinion on this. I think... Oh yeah, also before we go to courses, let's talk about the racings. So the races. There will be regular old racing, of course, 50cc for the weenies, and then 200cc for the badasses. But I have a couple new modes in mind. For the first one, how about having an 11-lap race where each player in last gets eliminated? Another one could be 200cc mirror for all the super tough guys out there. Finally, they should have an option where you could choose 8 players instead of 12 to make it feel retro. Alright guys, so we're finally at the courses. Let's talk about the retro courses that I want. So, in the Shell Cup, Toad Circuit on the 3DS, Sunset Wilds on the GBA, Mario Circuit on the GameCube, and Koopa Troopa Beach on the N64. The Banana Cup would have Luigi Circuit on the GBA, Mario Circuit 1 on the SNES, Toad Factory on the Wii, and Rock Mountain on the 3DS. For the Leaf Cup, they would have DK Summit on the Wii, Peach Garden on the DS, Shy Guy Bazaar for the 3DS, and Toad Harbor for the Wii U. For the Lightning Cup, they would have Wario Coliseum on the GameCube, Bowser's Castle for the Wii, Moonview Highway for the Wii, and Waluigi Pinball DS, which is personally my favorite course. It's an awesome course. Definitely would be awesome in remaster. They would also have a Blue Shell Retro Cup, which would have Dino Dino Jungle on the GameCube, Mount Wario for the Wii U, Airship Fortress for the DS, and Super Bell Subway for the Wii U. And also in the Ice Flower Cup, which is also in the retro, Maple Treeway for the Wii, Choco Mountain for the N64, Shroom Ridge for the DS, and Excite Bike for the Wii U. So now let's talk about my ideas for some new courses. In the Mushroom Cup, I think they should have Mario Circuit, because every Mario Kart has to have a Mario Circuit. This one should be an easy beginner course with all the mechanics such as water, sky, and anti-gravity. They should also have a course called Retroland, where it could be a homage to Mario 64. It would have sharp turns, places inside the castle to go, and a ride around the courtyard. Maybe you could even go into some paintings or something, I don't know. Waterfall Woods. This course would be kind of like Koopa Cape, where you start on land, and then after going through a cave, you're going down a waterfall and into an ocean. As you swim into the ocean, you will have to avoid many creatures, and you could jump off many rocks. Another one that I thought about, which was kind of unique, was Luigi's Golf Course. Because that rich boy Luigi now owns a golf course, so that's kind of crazy. I actually didn't know where I came up with this idea. I guess it's because of the amazing golf game on the GameCube, Mario Golf Toadstool's Tour. I think you should drive around a long golf course, and there are many obstacles like sand traps and tall grass or the rough, because those are all part of golf. Now I think in the Flower Cup there should be a New Donk City stage, because after the success of Mario Odyssey, it would be an awesome course. You could avoid taxis and go through buildings and stuff like the Crazy Cap Store or the New Donk City Hall. It would be a cool cameo too if they put a Nintendo store where you could go into, like the Nintendo New York one, because New Donk City is basically based off of New York City. Waluigi Raceway. It deserves more attention, and Waluigi definitely deserves more attention, and if he has his own new racetrack with crazy twists and turns, it's bound to be a hit. It would be fairly similar to Waluigi Stadium from the GameCube. Shy Guys Skate Park. It would be kind of a cool, fresh new idea. It would have a lot of shy guys on skateboards to avoid, as well as ramps to go off. It would also be a good time to reintroduce the half pipes from Mario Kart Wii. And finally, Cheep Cheep Ocean. It's a huge, bright ocean filled with many twists and turns, but you have to avoid the eels coming out of every end. A nice nod to Mario 64 and Mario Kart 8's Dolphin Shoals. Now to the Star Cup. Luigi's Mansion. And I'm trying to get the authentic experience for Luigi's Mansion. I mean, the one on the DS was pretty good, but I want rooms from the games, cameos of the ghosts from the games. It would be really cool if they did that. DK's Tropical Beach. It would have many twists and turns as well as enemies to avoid. The overall atmosphere would be rainy and dark, and overall it would be a fun, interesting course. Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. The room would be very bright and colorful with a lot of Mecha Koopas to avoid. The track would be very simple with toys to avoid based on Mario as you go. There could even be a toy train that you have to avoid somewhere along their lines. At the end, they should make a nod to Super Mario Sunshine and add Bowser's mech and avoid fireballs for some great nostalgia for some fans. And finally, Delfino Plaza. It would be bright with a lot of twists and turns. It would have Piantas throwing bananas, coins, and mushrooms from their shops. At one point, you should take a turn off a bridge and go into the water, avoiding various things. Now for the Golden Mushroom Cup. So, Ingopolis. The city of Splatoon 2 now gets a track. You start out in the plaza and then go through various courses from the game. It would also be cool if they had a day and night cycle, like with Animal Crossing Seasons, where they have the Splatfest at night and it's normal in the morning. Green Hills, and you saw what I did there, because like some Mario Kart courses have two of the same words. Alright, whatever. But Green Hills would be kind of like a simple course. I don't know why I said horse. But you just have to go up a lot of hills and stuff, and there could possibly be a mountain at the end where you could glide off of. Daisy City. Daisy City would be a huge city with everything Daisy on it. It would be cool if it was kind of like a Neo City, like Neo Bowser City, and you could go into bridges in the air and stuff. And finally, F-Zero's Fire Field. It's basically just based off of the games version, so I thought that would be pretty cool if they added in another F-Zero course. Now for the Special Cup. Wario's Casino. Wario loves his money. In fact, he has enough money to open up his own casino. In this course, you get to drive around a casino with many twists and turns. Around there are many slot machines that spit out coins and even references to WarioWare characters and slot machines. There could also be a massive golden statue / fountain of Wario that you could trick off of because, come on, who can't get enough of Wario? Bowser's Castle. Every Mario Kart, as well as having a Mario Circuit stage, has to have a new Bowser's Castle. This one should be the hardest one yet, with many sharps and turns and lava everywhere. At the halfway point, the track should crumble, leaving you to another section of the track filled with thwomps and ramps that you could trick off of. Afterwards, you're in lap 3, where you go off a flying ramp to the courtyard and have the castle filled with just like enemies and stuff. I think it would be another one of those marathon tracks, like Mount Wario and N64's Rainbow Road. Pokey Desert. It would be your typical desert level, but with tons of Pokies to avoid. It would also be neat if you could drive into the Yoshi Sphinx and trick off some stuff in there. And finally, Rainbow Road. Every Mario Kart has to have a Bowser's Castle and a Mario Circuit, but there's 100% without a doubt you have to include a Rainbow Road track in every Mario Kart. This one should have lots of turns with anti-gravity movement. They should also have an interesting mechanic where, I don't know, maybe you're in like an asteroid field or something. I think that would be kind of crazy if you were gliding and you could avoid asteroids by gliding. I don't know, it would be kind of interesting. If you happen to get hit by one, you would just fall onto a Rainbow Road and take the drive of shame, but definitely gliding would be better there. So let's talk about an unlockable cup that you could get, which is called the Rainbow Cup. The Rainbow Cup includes all of the Rainbow Roads ever created, and if you get the gold, you will unlock a Cosmic Rosalina costume from Super Mario Galaxy. Alright, so here's battle modes. And I think all of the modes from Deluxe should be there, except Bomb Blast, because you could just do that in the settings. So, yeah. I think they should add a balloon battle elimination, which is basically just like balloon battle, but if you get killed, then you're done for good. That's just where your place is. I think the battle mode courses should be Battle Course 4 from the SNES, Block Fort from the N64, Skyscraper from N64, Pipe Plaza from the GameCube, Palm Shore from the DS, Battle Course 1 from the GBA, Delfino Pier from the Wii, Funky Stadium from the Wii, Battle Stadium from the Wii U, and Woohoo Town from the 3DS. I think some new battle mode courses should be the Kelp Dome, the classic Splatoon stage in both the first game and in the second one. It would be a great addition considering how big the place is and how one half is identical to the other. The center is very open, so it would have a lot of item boxes in it, and also there's some ramps. Diddy Kong Mountain. It would be set on a mountain, and on the sides and in the middle there would be big caves with item boxes. The caves would wrap around the entire mountain and connect so you could go any way. There could also be penguins to avoid on the track, as well as ramps and little hills. There could also be falling snowballs that you have to avoid. However, the mountain on the south has no support, so you could fall off there if you aren't paying attention. Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay is a beach that would be very cool and unique. You would start out on a stormy beach with only little items because you have to wait a second before a wave comes out and spits out the items. You can also go into the ocean and find item boxes, as well as avoiding Cheep Cheeps and Kombu, the giant seaweed in Mario Odyssey. Mushroom Town. The Mushroom Town would have various references to other games with stores and statues and stuff. It would be a simple track, being not that big but having lots of detail. You could go into stores for shortcuts and items. Again, it would be very simple, so there isn't much to do besides a couple of ramps and stuff. I thought this one would be very cool personally. The Nintendo Switch. I got the Nintendo Switch battle course idea from the DS battle mode stage, simply called DS. I think the stage should be a Switch floating in space, but there's a catch. The Joy-Cons will move up and down, and will even get removed at some points, making the track either smaller or more crazier to navigate. On the Switch itself, you could trick off of the buttons, and the control sticks are solid, so you can't trick off of them. You can just hit them, you know. There could be even a cool cameo that affects the screen, where if the screen shows Mario Kart, there will be many ramps and jumps. If it were Zelda Breath of the Wild, there could be little hills you could trick off of and stone walls to avoid, as well as bokoblins that are in the area. And for Mario Odyssey, there could be obstacles based off of a random kingdom that gets chosen. So guys, that's my video. Please comment down below any ideas you guys have. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I love all you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.